peeping at us there through the logs. A little leopardess, 10 months old. This is why we come out here on foot. It's for moments like these. It's moments like these that give us a real conversation with the wild. Oh my goodness, look at this. I'm just going to sit very still. She's just eating a bit of grass now to line her stomach. She's now stalking me. Now, I don't feel any sense of fear at this stage. I don't want to move because I want her to feel comfortable with us. This is the most special thing. I wonder if this isn't the best experience I've ever had on foot with a leopard. I'm just looking at her over my left shoulder now. I don't want to move because I think if I do move, I think she'll run off. Maybe I should feel a slight sense of fear. I don't at all. I just feel a sense of complete honor that I am this close to one of the apex predators of Africa. It is a 10-month-old version. I wouldn't be sitting this close to a stalking adult female or a stalking adult male at all. So that's very important to notice. But there's just something about being around an animal like this who is completely wild and yet coming into our space, allowing us to be with her this close. That is too special. It's primal and it does touch the heart of the wilderness.
Oh my God. Yeah, I made it. Lions, 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 lions coming to the dam. Stay absolutely still. The whole pride is coming. Oh, awesome. The light is absolutely gorgeous. Walking directly into it. Won't be the best for their hunting. They'll have the wind blowing from their backs and the sun in their eyes. That's not ideal. But they have got excellent, excellent eyesight and great hearing. They should be able to see movement nonetheless.
Welcome back on BushWalk. I'm going to speak very softly. We have a giraffe that we were watching at some 100 meters away, and suddenly it became curious. We heard it snorting, which we don't often hear because most people believe that giraffes are mute, but they're actually not. They can vocalize. And it came all the way from 100 meters away, and it's probably standing some 20 meters away and actually staring at us. This is known as a predator inspection. Hey, what are you doing? We are here. I've never been so close to a giraffe that actually has come towards us. I just made him hear that we are here, so that he is aware of us and that he doesn't walk straight into us.
To be this close to lions on foot is one of those things that you very rarely are able to do. And the fact that they're as relaxed as what they are now is quite special. How cool is that? You can hear some in the background. You might hear a psh psh sound. Now that psh psh is from impalas that have spotted these lions because they're moving around. And I suspect what's happened is these lions have been kind of up and down, and the males were coming to find them. And the reason why we know that they were here is because we had sort of a sighting of them early this morning when it was still dark, when we were coming down. David, just come to the side. There's some more coming around us. So I don't know if you can see, just straight through and down underneath, there's another lion there. Now the pride total there at the moment is 17, including the cubs, which is 9 cubs, and then 8 lionesses, and then there's 3 different males that basically breed with this pride. And so there's a number of different individuals. If you have a look here, this is the tracks that we were following. You can see where they were lying on the road, and you can actually see the individual hairs of the lion's coat right here, which is pretty cool. This is where they would have been lying down, and this is where one of them even went and had a little bit of a toilet break and urinated on the road. And so we were looking at these tracks, and then one of the males stood up next to us and kind of moved off, and we were then able to see the females. But how cool is that? It's very, very special to be. And the fact that she's now ignoring us is even better. I mean, I thought that she would probably kind of get up and move away.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that amazing? This is the most fantastic experience you can ever have in the wild. On foot, we are now probably about, I'd say 50 meters.
That is 40 meters.
We're 40 meters, we can see on the camera. And he is watching us. He knows that we can see him. He's perfectly confident, but he's not in the least bit afraid. Isn't that just wonderful? So like I say, I think a young male, and you can see that from the size of his head, bigger than a female, but he doesn't have that dewlap of an older male, the dewlap, that flap of skin that hangs underneath the jaws. Ooh, it's the most primal experience. It's really almost indescribable to be standing here in the presence of a cat like that. And let's just hope that this kind of a form is maintained for the big cat week that's coming next week, well, from tomorrow. What a privilege. So sitting on the termite mound for a vantage point, looking around the place, not a territorial male yet. In his father's territory still, in Mvula's territory. Looks too young to be Mvula. Hello and welcome to the bushwalk. We've got an elephant 30 yards away. There he is there. He's just seen us. That is so typical of an elephant. Just going to stand right here. Stand still. Stand still. That's a threat display. He's just coming to see us. Everyone just stand still. All right.
Okay, all right. Here we go.